Hey YouTube, Mick here. Alright, I've had a really shizer of a day, and I need some YouTube therapy, I think, so I'm having a beer. Yeah. And I thought I'd go through my day hunting slash quick little hike through my reserve near my house bag. I'm not sure if I did a review on this a few weeks ago, but what I've done, I've emptied a lot of contents out of it. I just had too much stuff in there for a day hike or a day hunt, especially a little hike in the reserve. So I've emptied a lot of contents out, and you can see there's heaps of room in there, heaps and heaps of room in there to put some other stuff in there. The only time I'd be using this bag is when I'm near my vehicle. So in a hunting situation, I've gone hunting in my four-wheel drive, I've parked it at camp, and I'm gone for a quick day hunt. Day hike, I've driven half an hour, 40 minutes from my house, gone to Heathcote State Forest and National Forest, and gone for a little quick day hike there, and that's all I need, plus my water bottle. And then obviously when I take my kids down to the reserve, it's just this bag. So I emptied a lot of stuff out of it and just kept, I guess, the main essentials, and I just want to run through that very quickly now. As I said, there is heaps of room in here, so in a day hunt situation, I've got heaps of room to put another 20 rounds of ammo in there. I generally take my 30-30 with me, so 6 rounds are in the rifle and another 10 rounds are on the butt of my rifle, so I've got 16 rounds automatically, and 16 rounds, to be honest, is plenty. I mean, every time I've gone hunting, for a walk, I've never really used more than 10-12 bullets. So yeah, I don't need to take too much ammo when I'm going for a day hike. But if I wanted to, I can put 20 more rounds in there quite comfortably. If I want to bring extra food, I can just shove it in there. A couple of sandwiches, whatever, 2-minute noodles, rice, whatever you want, baked beans, whatever. So there's heaps of room in there to take some extra food, put some more ammo, and Bob's your uncle. So this is my system. I'll just quickly go through what I've added to this. So at first, this was my food pouch. I've basically taken the food out, and I've put my cooking system in here. So firstly, I've got my water container with my kidney-shaped canteen cup and a stove in there. So automatically that system there is a cooking system, and I've got tinder in there. But on top of that, if I couldn't find dry wood, if it was pretty damp and I couldn't get any wood on fire, I'm bringing my backup alcohol stove. So I've got my container there of metho. Each line represents about an inch. So each line represents the amount of time it takes to boil a cup of water, or the amount of fuel it takes to boil a cup of water or cook a decent meal, being baked beans or spaghetti, or heating up something quickly. So there's 5 meals in that little container there, and on a day hike I don't think you can have more than 5 meals, to be honest. So that's the fuel. I've got my stand to put my cup on, and this can double up, using it with wood too. Just stick the wood there and use a wood fuel system if you want. And then I've got my alcohol stove there. So yeah guys, so that's my little system there, and then I've got my cup for my coffee or tea or soup or whatever I want to drink. So yeah, that's my little system there, and I think it's going to work quite nicely. Nice and compact, doesn't weigh too much. fits in this pouch really nicely, and the main thing is, you know, it's really secure too. So that's that there. So I've got my water bottle, I've got my cooking system there. So in the main compartment I've got my snake bite wrap / deep wound wrap. I've got some gun oil, you know, just in case, and it's more for my firearm, but I guess you could use this as a fuel extender too for tinder, so I'm carrying that in there. It doesn't weigh that much. I've got some duct tape, sorry, again to, you know, protect your knife blades and stuff like that. I've got a tube of wax here, so you basically just push it out, and that's used two purposes. Number one is to coat this bag with wax. It is fabric, very strong fabric. I don't know what it is, but it's very strong. But yeah, just rub the wax on there, coat it as much as I can, and give it somewhat of some water resistance in case it rains. It's got a cloth here, pretty dirty, but one side's kind of clean, just to clean some stuff. I've got my gloves, self-explanatory, protecting your hands, collecting firewood to protect yourself from spiders. If it's cold, this gives you some sort of warmth in your hands. Aluminium foil, some more aluminium foil. Okay, I've got two ponchos and an emergency blanket, a thermal blanket, courtesy of No BS Survival. So there, if I had to, if it started pouring rain and I was too far from my car or camp, I could rig something up pretty quickly and just sit the rain out. So there's shelter there. Ziploc bags to carry water or carry any wild edibles I might find, or you know, whatever I want to collect, and a courier satchel, again for water carry or whatever I want. A sharpening rod, a spoon and knife, some decent hank of paracord there, and my spork. So yeah, it fits really nice in this bag here, and still leaves plenty of room. So and then the front pocket here, I've got my lighting, so high beam, low beam and strobe. Really good battery. I think I've talked about this before. Takes one AA battery and lasts forever. I've got a shotgun shell tube that I made, and this is just a basic fishing kit that I've put in there. A couple of squidgies, being lures, a couple of hooks, couple of sinkers, so that's the kit there. And then in addition to that, I've got a cork and about 20 metres of fishing line on there. A basic med kit, band-aids, wound wipes, needle and thread, eye wash, toothpicks. Yeah, just a really basic med kit there. So I mean, that and a snake bite wrap goes together. I've got cotton wool soaked in wax. I've got my fire, tin, striker, matches, candle, cotton wool balls, some more cotton wool balls soaked in wax, and 100% cotton pieces of fabric to make charcloth. I've got a lollipop thing here that I got from my daughter, and just stuffed Vaso in there, and you just basically wind that up and the Vaso comes out, so another fire extender. And then I've got my Opinel as a cutting tool, processing small pieces of wood, processing game, making feather sticks, all those general tasks. And then on top of that, I would have on my person my knife, being the Buck 192 at the moment. I'm finding it works really well for me. big enough to baton small pieces of wood if I need to, sharp enough to process game, sharp enough to make feather sticks, and small enough to do bushcrafting tasks like making tent stakes, feather sticks, traps and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really digging this knife at the moment. It'll either be this or the Kisler T1, and then I've got another fire steel there, and sharpening stone there, and just a piece of tinder there also to help start a fire. So that's my kit. I love this bag, and it's got a quarter of it at least has got leather there to protect it from the water, in case it's all soaked when you put the bag down. But loving this bag, and it's a really basic kit, and I believe it's going to fulfill my needs in regards to just a 4 or 5 hour day hike out in the bush, or a 4 or 5 day hunt out in the bush. I really don't want to bring too much gear with me these days, especially if I'm camping near a car. I don't really need to. And then I've added this carabiner here, which my cold steel pipe tomahawk, just slips in there, so I can carry a tomahawk with me too, to process bigger pieces of wood if I want to. But yeah fellas, cheers guys.